Dr. Frank Spaniol's road to the Morehead State University Hall of Fame spans 2,200 miles. It begins in Southern California, includes a speeding ticket in Colorado, and a cherished relationship with a coach and World Series champion. It's also colored by the need to understand the foreign language.
First guy I meet is from West Carter, I think. Literally, here I am from San Diego, West Carter. His name was Ted Carter, and I love Ted. Great guy. It took me, I didn't even know what he was saying. Literally, I was sitting there trying to listen because the accent I was not accustomed to, and it took me a while. And I'm usually pretty adept at accents, but
Frank Spaniol wanted to play shortstop for the MSU Eagles, and former New York Yankee pitcher Steve Hamilton was the school's head coach.
And we have a good chance to beat anybody that we're going to play because we do have a veteran team that's a good hitting ball club, and that's going to carry in a lot of ball games.
That guy, oh my goodness. And just to think, I played for him, won an OVC championship, was a graduate assistant for him, went away, took a job, went to the University of Mississippi, got my doctorate, and he calls me and asks me if I want to come back to be an assistant for him. He had become, I think at that time, the interim athletic director, and so they actually gave him some money to have an assistant. So I came back and took that job, served under him as an assistant coach for I think 2 years, and then was hired to be the head baseball coach.
For Spaniol, induction into the Morehead State Hall of Fame in the year 2023 is especially significant.
The timing of this award is ideal because 40 years ago, this year, 23, you go back 40 years, 83, we win the OVC championship, we go and play in the Mid-East Regional, and that was as a player. 10 years later, 1993, 30 years ago, we, as a coach, the team did a great job, won the OVC tournament, same thing. So this year is really special because of those two things.
And those things would forever endear Frank Spaniol to the hearts of Morehead State alumni. However, he had a bigger gift to bestow. Dr. Spaniol became a noted researcher in the field of sport and exercise science at the universities of Georgia and Texas A&M.
But before I became the head baseball coach at Morehead State, I had completed my doctorate. So that was a plus for me. And I think what's helped me in my professional career as a professor, as a sports scientist, is that I was trained as a sports scientist, but I was raised as a player and then was a coach. And so those things really help me when I'm dealing, especially with professional baseball, because I understand most scientists, they're going to wear the lab coat, but they don't understand you can't do the kind of things you're talking about, because when I go to spring training with a club, you don't get to interfere with what's going on. You work around what's going on. And they've been very gracious with me on doing research. Most teams, I've worked with the Reds, a number of teams have been very gracious. But so I think that's what helped me, and I always was very inquisitive about the whys.
Spaniol's curiosity about the science of enhancing performance in sport helped him develop fitness programs for K-12 students and ROTC cadets. He has worked with amateur and professional sports teams. In 2009, Frank Spaniol was named a prestigious fellow of the National Strength and Conditioning Association. In 2014, he received an award for outstanding online instruction for innovation in the field of educational technology. And 2 years ago, Dr. Spaniol was named Texas A&M's System Regents Professor, the highest honor given by the school for faculty members teaching, research, and service.
And that's not the reason we do our jobs. It's nice, you appreciate it, but if I never had any award and no one ever recognized me, I'd still be very fulfilled. That's just kind of a bonus that you get, but it's not the reason we do our jobs. No one's looking for awards in teaching that I know of.
The real reason most people become teachers, Spaniol says, is to help students discover their skills and succeed in life.
I think we have all been put here for a purpose, and it's finding that purpose, because you're the only one that can do that. Believe me, every single individual, they're the only one that can give their gift to the world. And so finding out what that is and what you're supposed to do, and then once you start doing that, it just kind of flows. And if people don't find that gift, because I ask this question all the time about their gifts, they're doing a disservice, because once you are into your gift, everything else will follow if you're doing what you're intended to do. But if you don't do that, it's going to be problematic, because I really do. And that's what I try to encourage my students. Find your gift, find your passion, and that's what you should be doing.
And that's just what Frank Spaniol has done at Texas A&M's Corpus Christi campus for the past 20 years. It's the only university in the continental United States completely surrounded by water. So, if you love the ocean and you love higher education, it's a good place to be. Congratulations, Dr. Frank Spaniol, class of 1984 and 1986, on your induction into the Morehead State University Alumni Hall of Fame.